Hi guys, welcome to the super flexibility video. We are targeting lower body and upper body. I recommend wearing socks so it's easy to get into the splits. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, let's start off with head rolls. So going in one direction, rolling your neck, nice and slow, getting really deep in each direction. Seated twist, so taking a deep breath, exhaling, and looking over your shoulder. And now for the other side. Okay, now we're going to do crescent moons. Keeping your butt bones on the mat, extending your arm. And now the other side. Okay, now we're going to sit on our legs and we are going to do cat-cow. So inhaling deeply, arch your back. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Okay, getting on all fours, going up into our downward dog. Let's walk it out slowly to get really deep into the hamstrings. And let's lift one leg up for three-legged dog. You can't see my foot right now, but my foot on the mat is fully planted down. Gives me a great sense of balance. And then go up into your lunge. Make sure your knee and your foot is aligned. You could do a twist like I am, one hand on the mat and the other one up in the air. And now we're going to scoot our foot to the edge of the mat into our lizard pose. Knee down on the mat. Let yourself fall deeply into this pose. Let yourself relax your muscles. Lean into the stretch. Don't resist it. It's helpful to take deep breaths. If you want to take it deeper, get on your elbows in your lizard pose for an even deeper stretch. Okay, bringing your foot back to center and doing a half split. We are now going to repeat that on the other side. So all fours, going into downward dog. Walking it out, getting really deep into each hamstring. You could bend one leg at a time so the other one gets its full attention on stretching. And when you're ready, let's take it into three-legged dog. And then into a lunge. Entering a twist, one hand on the mat, another one in the air. Lowering your back knee on the mat. And then we could scoot our foot to the edge of the mat for our lizard pose. Taking deep breaths so your muscles could relax further. Going into the half split. Awesome. Now we're going to do single-legged forward folds. So bringing one foot in, extending one leg out, taking a quick arch, and then reaching towards your foot, really feeling that stretch in your inner thigh, in your hamstrings. Taking deep breaths to get really deep. Okay, and now for the other side. Oh my gosh, I switched my headphones right now and these sound so much better. The other one was so raspy and ugly. Oh my god. Okay, but now extending to reach your other foot, taking deep breaths, and also clearing your mind and just enjoying the moment of stretching your body also. Being in the moment, being appreciative, and just loving on yourself. Okay, wonderful. Now we are going to go into frog pose. Okay, knees spread. You also want to make sure that your knee angle is at 90 degrees and you're centered like in the middle. You don't want to be too forward or too back. Right here, you also want to be focusing on letting your legs spread even further and further, deeper down. So taking deep breaths and letting yourself fall into this pose. Okay, wonderful. Now we could get up. We are going to go back into the wide-legged forward fold. This time we're going to do it in the center since our hips are a little more open now. We could get deeper into this exercise. Okay, having our toes pointed upward, going forward, leaning in from our hips. So you're really going to feel it in your pelvic area, like the stretching. You want to get deeper into that. I'm going to go towards the right side real quick. And then back to the middle. If you want to take it even deeper, you could lay on your arms while you get that really deep stretch in your inner thighs. Okay, wonderful. Making your way back up really quick. We are going to now try to get into our middle split. So this is by lifting yourself up and obviously bringing your body to the center so you could fall into your middle splits. God knows when I'll get there, I don't know. And when you just can't take it anymore, go ahead and take a seat really quickly because we are going to go into it again. We are not giving up, especially because we're very open right now. We're going to try again. Okay, make your way back up to the center. And when you can anymore, just go ahead and take a seat back. Okay, we're going to try one last time, pulling ourselves up into the middle splits. Hold it as long as you could, and then when you're done, go ahead and sit back down. Going forward again into our wide-legged forward fold. Really quickly, going to the right direction and then the left. And now we are going to go into our middle splits again. Taking deep breath, alerting your body that it is safe to let loose in this pose. And when you're done, just go ahead and sit back down. We are going to go into our pigeon pose. Amazing. And now into our lunge. Half split. And now the other side, first lunge. And now you're going to want to scoot your front foot forward. We're going to do our front splits and then wiggle your back leg back. Do it for as long as you can. Remember, we want to keep facing forward. We don't want to twist our body to the side when we're doing this. And then we're going to do the other side of the front splits. So wiggling your front foot forward and then your back leg back. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take a seat. Inhale, arch your back, heart open. Take some deep breaths. Going on all fours into downward dog. You will then be walking your feet forward into a forward fold. So in this pose, we are really giving flexibility to your back and also your legs. So your hamstrings are going to be very stretched right here. But also remember, when you're folded forward, release the tension in your upper back to get a very good and deep stretch. It feels so good. So you want to loosen up your upper body. Just let it hang as much as you can because that is going to release a lot of tension. And then what you could do is bend one leg at a time so that way each individual leg gets a very deep stretch. And now we're going to do kick-ups. So getting into a downward dog position and then throwing your leg up in the air. You don't have to go all the way down. You can stop midway and then back up again. This helps with warming up your muscles and also with flexibility and range. And now for the other side. Okay, going into downward dog, chaturanga dandasana, getting into plank pose. Hold it, keep your abs tight, back straight. Push-up position and into cobra. And let's go into child's pose. Release tension in your back right here. Relax, release. Taking deep breaths. Making our way back up into cat-cow. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch. And let's go back into our seated position. We are going to go into camel pose. So on your knees, and the way to get into this pose is you want to push your pelvic forward and then putting your head back, holding onto your ankles. If you can't go this deep, you could go midway down and hold onto your buttocks. I challenged myself a little more, and instead of holding onto my ankles, I went deeper and held onto the back of my knees and even my mat. Wonderful. Then we could go back into our seated position slowly. Going forward, knees a little bit open, and you could fall into a child's pose. And slowly make your way back up. Arching your back, taking a deep breath. We did so many heavy exercises. Let's go ahead and just lay on our mat, releasing all the tension from our full body. Taking a moment to release that. Clear our minds. Feel good. If you want to be facing down on your mat, you could literally just lay on your back into corpse pose. Go into cobra, and then bringing your back legs up into king cobra. Really try to arch, try to touch your toes to your head as close as you can. And bringing yourself back up, wide-legged child's pose. And that completes our flow. Thank you guys so much for stretching with me. Let me know any feedback, any other videos you want me to make for you. And I'll see you guys on the next one.